Okay fellas, so we're going to use this shear. I've got a bit of light because it's getting late in the day, so there's no rocket science in this. Alright, that's that. You're going to laugh when you see how I had to you're going to laugh how I had to set up the camera. I'll just show you the things I do for you bastards. Hang on, I'm just grabbing this. Where is it? Oh, let's turn around. You were sitting in a 4-inch offset vise. So I do the things I do for you bastards. What I want to say, I did that. I don't normally wear gloves. I don't like wearing gloves. I don't know how. I see a lot of tradesmen wearing gloves and I don't know how they do it. I'm a very tactile person and I need to feel things, the tools and stuff like that. So I very, very rarely wear gloves, but I will if pushed. Now, because I'm working with sheet metal and I'm not experienced, I'm not a sheet metal worker, I'm very prone to cut myself or something like that. So those are the gloves that I have been wearing. But when I'm drilling when I'm using the drill press and I'm worried a thin piece of tin or something is going to spin around and I'm just holding it with my left hand and working the quill with me right, I bought a set of these, a long time ago. These are really good gloves. What are they? Let's come out in the light. They are called Handguard 2 glove. They're made of Kevlar. They're manufactured in the USA. They're American, and in Australia, my memory is this pair of gloves about 10 or 15 years ago, they're 100% Kevlar, and they cost me about $60, I think. But I will, because they're expensive, I will use them on occasion. But it's a lovely pair of gloves, and I think it's worth saving your hands with Kevlar. And if you buy them once, if you only use them occasionally, they're going to last a lifetime. And who knows, maybe I've saved my hand or something, but at least you've got a good chance of it. So, uru. So all I'm doing here, fellas, I don't know if you can see, I've just bent this return here. So I've just got a 4-inch, it's just in my 4-inch vise, and can you see I've put it on the line. Now I've already done this bend and I've put a cut here, and now I've just got a piece of scrap steel. What's that, inch by 3/16, something like that. And all I'm going to do is put it at the back like that. So I'm just going to put it at the back like that and then twist it forward and hopefully it'll bend something like that. No rocket science here, we're just working with shit. So see what happens. Okay, so now I'm doing the other bend, and all I've got to do is mark this angle on both sides of this piece of tin. And now you can see I've got a block of wood in here. Now it's just a bit of old scrap laying on the ground, and you can see how I've got it set up. And what I might even be able to do this one-handed. How's this for bravery? Let's see if I can pick up this piece of steel, and I've got to step back, so I don't know how this is going to go. So I've just got to, I'm not sure what this angle is. It's going to be something like that, isn't it? Who knows? We'll get it out and have a look. Ugh. Let's come out in the daylight. So that is something like what it's going to be. The right hand piece goes under one bit and the other bit goes over the top of the other, and we'll see how it looks. Okay fellas, so we're just going to walk up and give this a try. As you can see, it's been raining, of course, because every time I come out it starts raining. So this piece goes at the house end, and it's got this return here, and I put a bit of a guesstimate bend there. Oh, let's get up the ladder. And as you can see, I've got one glove on, so let's drop it down in the hole first. Things like this are very difficult. You've got to estimate a bit of how rough are you going to do it, because if you make it too exact, it never works. That's pretty fucking good. That's fucking ideal. All right, so can you see down in there? It's got that return, so the water now is going to come down there. I'll go down a step. Oh, and can you see under there? Yeah, so that bit of silicone on there, and you can see now that there's going to be flashing. There's going to be flashing over here. This is really the last one that's working, and the water will run down there. And because there's a return, I don't know if you can see that. Should be all right. Hang on, I'm coming down. Oh, I'm getting too old for this shit. Oh. I'm pretty happy with that. So I'll make the other one, which is a mirror image. I'll turn the template upside down because even though it's a mirror image, they're never exactly right. And I might have to add 5mm or something. But I'll just make the other one, and then I'll silicone them in tomorrow. It's too wet today. Okay, so just to continue on, you can see I've turned my template upside down. So I took this up and flipped it upside down, and these things in theory should mirror image, but obviously I had to bend this the other way, but that doesn't matter in cardboard. And all I've done is, see, I've put a dimension. I've decided to make this side 5 plus 5mm, just because there's difference they're never quite the same. So if I add 5mm on there, I'll be happy. So I did have 2 pieces cut, but I think because of the extra 5mm, I couldn't put this on square. So as you can see, I've turned it around and put it crooked on the piece of tin that fits. And I know it's stupid because this bit of tin was free left over when they re-roofed the house. But I just hate wasting anything. So I can get it out of this piece, and I'll just cut some lines, and I'll save that for another day. Who knows, it might get used for something one day. So that's it. Okay, fellas, so I've put these 2 bends in. Can you see that? Now this one is the left-hand one. You can see I've added extra 5mm off the template, and I can always make that smaller. And I've just put this up to the line. Now I've got to bend this the other way so that I don't end up with 2 right-hand ones or 2 left-hand ones, which has been done before, I promise you. So I'll bend that, and you've seen me do that before, so we'll continue on. Okay, now I'll take you up so you can see what's going on up here. You may be able to see that flashing with the return on the left, so the water can't come underneath the carport, and you can see where I straighten out the bend. Let's go up and have a look without falling off the ladder and killing myself. I'll go up one more, what do you reckon? Thrill seeker. All right. So yeah, so we got this return. The water can't go this way. This used to be a 90-degree bend, and this is the flashing proper, as you can see up there. And so I've straightened that bend out. But what is hard to see, so there's a little 25-degree bend here, and that just tucks it back underneath here, so the water runs down the back. So any excess water comes down and inside the flashing, and then on the outside of the flashing, as you can see, I've got this external flashing, and these supports are really just anti-gravity supports. So there's flashing up this side and flashing up that side, so I think it's going to be all right. And can you see in here that there's provision for a pop rivet. So I'll locate this, put a pop rivet in, and then the piece that you just saw me bend, can you see that? And that is underneath this one under my thumb. So it's under that piece. I'm going to put some silicone there, and it's on top of the other piece. If you like, I'll try and pull this out. So now that it's out, can you see there what's happening? So that's the piece that I made, and this is the bit of flashing that's been bent, and you can probably see the spouting under there that's got this unusual lip along the back. So that's where we are at the moment. Okay fellas, it's getting dark now, so I'm just going to knock off and put the tools away. I'll just show you what I've done. I don't know if you can see up there. I'm on the ground. I'll climb up later for you. I see I've bent that up the end. It won't hurt, and I've put the pop rivet in there. I went up and I cleaned it with some acetone, and I use those pliers to bend the tin up. So this has got the first coat of silicone on. I'll do another one tomorrow, as long as it's not raining. Can you see in there? So a bit rough. I just want it to work and not leak. I can't really see what you can see, but to me, that looks like a reasonable solution. And the flashing, you can sort of see the marks here actually. So the flashing comes up to there and down, so it's like 4 or 5 inches in each direction. So this is really the last one. I might even get the tin snips and cut this bit off now, because it's actually, as you can see, it's going to work. Before it used to drop it on the ground. So I'll come down, hopefully without killing myself. And to me, that part of it is done. So yeah, I'll say goodbye.